All right, so in this video, I'm going to be solving this matrix problem. I actually saw this question on a well-known mathematics tutor online. I wouldn't want to mention his name, and he queried this particular question. And from my experience as a mathematician and also a physicist, I realized that there's no issue with this question. From my experience, there are two ways by which a matrix can be represented. It is either it is represented in parentheses. All the textbook I've seen, so that is represented in parentheses or in brackets, right? So where you have the element in all of this. However, whenever a modular sign is used, maybe something like this, it implies what? Determinant. The question doesn't have to mention that the determinant. The question doesn't have to say determinant. Whenever the question says determinant, it's put det, right? It implies that the question is telling you to find the determinant of the element. But once you have something like this, it means you have to evaluate the determinant. So most times when you see a question like maybe you have elements there, like say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The question will definitely say evaluate. The question will never say find the determinant of this. But when you have it in this form, the question will say what is the determinant? Or maybe the question says, maybe you have the question as, let's say A is equal to what? Let's say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. And you want to evaluate something here. The question may either say evaluate determinant det A, or the question will do like this: evaluate this. What it's saying is find the determinant of this element. But when you see something like this, it won't mention evaluate determinant. You just say evaluate this. That means that you are required to find the determinant of the matrix. So in response to that query, I don't think there's an error with this question. Well, when the marking exercise starts, I will try as much as possible to get the marking scheme to verify this answer, and of course I'll try as much as possible to come back, to publish a video on that. So what this means is that when you have a question like this, it's saying that P is equal to this. What this means is that P is a variable whose values depend on the determinant of this matrix. And while Q is also a variable whose value depends on the determinant of this. And when you are finding the determinant, this is a 2 by 2 matrix. And of course, any other matrix, you label it with the sign. You have plus, you have minus, right? You have plus, you have minus. So all you just need to do is to cross multiply. So let's evaluate the determinant of this matrix, whose value will be what? P. So we cross multiply. This one will multiply this, and this one and this will multiply each other. So we can say P will be equal to what? This is positive, so 2 times 1. So this is 2 times 1, then plus, this is negative 4, right? That's negative 4 times what? Negative 9. So if we simplify this 2 times 1, that is 2, right? Plus negative 4 times negative 9. Negative times negative is positive. So 4 times 9, that will give us 36. That's 2 plus 36. So in this case, 2 plus 36 will give us what? 38. So this is P. Similarly, we have what? Q, right? We also do the same thing with cross multiply. So this is 1 times negative 2. 1 times negative 2, right? Now you have to note something. This is negative 1 and there's a negative here. So this negative will multiply each other. So negative times negative will give us what? Positive. So automatically the whole of this becomes positive 1. So this will now be what? Plus 3 times 1, right? And finally, 1 times negative 2 would give us what? Negative 2, right? Plus 3 times 1, that is 3. So negative 2 plus 3 will give us, is the same thing as 3 minus 2, that is what? 1. So this is the what? This is our value Q, right? So now we can now evaluate what the question asks us to do. It says PQ plus 2Q. So therefore PQ plus what 2q would be. What is p? That is what 38 multiplied by what is q? That is 1, right? Plus 2q, right? That is 2 multiplied by q. That is 1, okay? So finally 38 times 1, that is 38, plus 2 times 1, that is 2. So our final answer will be 38 plus 2, and that is 40. I believe this is the answer WAEC is expecting from their student. All right, so I want to believe this video has helped. Like I said, when the marking exercise commences, I'll try as much as possible to get the marking scheme and verify if it was indeed an error or it was. But I don't believe this is an error, because there are only two ways by which matrix is often represented. It is either in parentheses or in bracket. But whenever you have a modular sign, it means determinant. So they don't have to put DET and stuff like that. I want to believe this video has helped someone. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.